I remember the microphone this time. Hello. Okay. The title is just a stupid... I've never seen Back to the Future, but I know that they say we have to go back to the future, right? That much happens in Back to the Future, right? As you can see, you might be able to infer by the title. My therapist said it's not good to mess with your hair all the time because it can cause breakage. As you can tell by the... You might be able to infer from the title, Turnabout Reminiscence. We're gonna be doing a little time travel here and there. We'll be doing some serious time travel in the next one, but I think that's all I can... Okay, now, before I proceed, there is one character who is probably going to be the most difficult to voice, at least for me, in this whole game. I am trying my very best. God, these games are so good. Also, we're not going to be sticking in the past the whole... Well, I don't... The timeline changes from, like, part to part. It's not that confusing. Alright, do I touch on? No, I do. So without further ado, let's go. Also, did I mention the microphone settings? It's just not... I think I've settled on something good. This sounds good. I've really tested it. It sounds good. I hope. Shit. Why didn't I think to ask ChatGPT like 2 years ago? Why did it take me... How many years? Why did it take me how many years to figure out that this was an option? Okay, resume playing from the save game data, yes. Episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence. Kay Faraday, the young lady who calls herself the second Yatagarasu. The piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to... That piece of cloth that she conjured up has taken me back to many years ago. 7 years earlier. It's always 7 years prior. Always. Ooh, this'll be fun. Yeah, that's right! I did it! I killed the guy! But it was the great thief Yatagarasu that told me to do it!
I asked the defendant, just what exactly are you trying to say?
Don't you get it? I know the true identity of the killer! The Yatagarasu is the man standing over there at the prosecutor's bench! Are you saying that I'm the Yatagarasu? Don't you dare deny it! You told me to kill him when you snuck into the embassy!
Are you claiming that Mr. Faraday is the Yatagarasu?
That's exactly what I'm saying! Mr. Rell, I think we've heard just about enough out of you! Your Honor, please listen to me! I'm telling the truth! You've gotta believe me! God, this redrawn sprites look so good. In accordance with the defendant's accusation, a new prosecutor shall be called to replace Mr. Faraday. His court will be in recess until the new prosecutor is ready. Haven't seen that for a while. Yep, here he is! Here he is, here's Bratworth. September 10th, 3:20 p.m., District Court, 3rd floor lobby. It's almost time for me to enter the courtroom. And so it is that my first assignment as a prosecutor will be as a replacement for a prosecutor who has been accused by the defendant. Edgeworth. Here he is. I'm gonna try my best with this one. This is gonna be really tough. It's gotta be deep and German. And like focusing on those two things while maintaining a natural sounding voice is very difficult. I'm trying. Sir. Also, pay attention to how Manfred treats Edgeworth here. Sir. The bow, Jesus. Have you read over all of the documents regarding this trial? It'll get better, I promise. Yes, sir. I've memorized everything there is to know. Very good. The paperwork for the prosecutor's substitution is just about complete. Edgeworth, always bear in mind that as your mentor, I, Manfred von Karma, will accept nothing short of perfection. I understand, sir. To have the chance to stand in court at such an early stage in my career, I'm honored and proud. As I have watched over your studies, I am giving you this very rare chance. Prove yourself. Crush the defendant's pathetic lies into oblivion. Yes, sir. That such a legendary prosecutor will be watching and judging my performance. And not someone else's. I have to be perfect in every way. Manfred is why he's like this. I genuinely think that Manfred has, like, some sort of mental thing going on with, like, with the perfection. It's not OCD. It's not OCD. It's something different I don't know about. Okay, let's rip the band-aid off talk. Let's just get it. Today's trial should have ended in just 1 minute. Oh yeah, that's right. He's always like, I'm gonna finish the case, and this trial will be over in 3 minutes. It's like, what? What? He's like, I got this shit. Because the defendant was picked up by the security camera, correct? Exactly. The killer had the gall to say that he only killed because he was instructed to do so. Even more outrageous is his claims that the case prosecutor, Bern Faraday, gave the order. Faraday is such a fool. He's been cornered by his very own prey. Sir? Are you an acquaintance of Mr. Bern Faraday? I have a lot of headcanon about Bern! And somebody else. Sir? Are you an acquaintance of Mr. Bern Faraday? He is a pathetic man who speaks nothing but nonsense. Nonsense? He once tried to explain to me a way of punishing those who cannot be brought to court. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. I just think it sounds to me like Manfred was pissed that Bern viewed him as, like, incompetent enough to not, like, even though I think Bern was legitimately trying to explain something to him, Manfred felt so slighted by someone having the gall to try and explain something that he's been doing for 40 years. I think he's just, God, he is the most petty man alive, Manfred von Karma. Those who cannot be brought to court? That is nonsense, for no man is above the law. Though, there are always a few exceptions. However, there is no reason to even deal with such individuals. A prosecutor is a guardian of the court, one with no obligation to outside matters. Thus, there is no reason to deal with such individuals, I see. Just in and out. Edgeworth, disgracing yourself as Faraday has will not be forgiven. Have no fear. I will not let you down, sir. In place of the accused prosecutor Bern Faraday, I'll prove the defendant's guilt. Very good. I've secured an hour of recess for you to prepare to do just that. Show them all the power of von Karma. I don't want to do this. I don't want to talk to him more than I have to. That's the only way you're going to do it, Violet. You got to face your German accent fear. It's harder this time because I have to do it deep. It is thanks to you that I have finally become a prosecutor, sir. It's amusing that you wanted to become a defense attorney, yet became my student. It's amusing, huh? It's amusing. You did that. It is a strange path you have traveled. Yeah, the one that you paved. Quiet, Violet. I have so many feelings! Unnecessary feelings, one might say. It's true that I had once wanted to become a defense attorney, but now I am honored and proud to be a prosecutor. I see. Then as a student of mine, I suggest you remember this well. The prosecutor's badge is not to be flaunted. The dignity of a prosecutor lies in the man himself, not in the badge. I understand. I will keep that in mind. Besides, why put holes in your fine garments? It's simply preposterous. Simply preposterous. Yeah, that's a good point. Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. I'll keep this in mind as well, yeah. Yeah, Greg didn't dress like this, by the way. Greg didn't dress like the Pope. Well, Greg kind of dressed like the previous Pope. Manfred von Karma would think of himself as the Pope. Prosecutors must also take pride in their appearance. Must also take pride in their appearance. I will keep this in mind as well. I'm constantly having to remind the others at the prosecutor's office of this. It's more fashionable to keep your prosecutor's badge in your pocket! In other words, always treat a prosecutor's badge with care and honor? I understand, sir. No, wait, my mentor said it was more chic to keep it in my pocket. That's why... Where's it? Here, yeah. My mentor said it's more chic to keep it in my pocket. That's why he keeps it in his pocket. Look at the profiles. My mentor is 60. God damn, he's intense. My mentor has never known defeat in 35 years. So this is, yes, a couple of years before the events of the first game. I love Burton, even though he's never alive in the game. I'm like, he's my OC now. Okay. So, have you achieved a firm understanding of the case? Yes, sir. I've memorized everything that is written down in the case files. Well then, explain the case to me. I want to see if you really know what you are talking about. Understood. A murder was committed on September 8th in front of the Kodopian embassy. The victim... Gah! This is like the laziest, but also the best Ace Attorney name, I think, in the series. The victim, Dade Man. They were really just tired. The localization team for this game were exhausted. They're like, this case 4, fuck. We have a 5th one to do still. Just call him Dade Man. Dade Man? Really? Just do it. They're not gonna give a shit. Between Dade Man and Mackerel, they're not even gonna fucking know. They'll sound like regular names at this point. The victim, Mr. Dade Man. Let me give it a... The victim, Mr. Dade Man, was a staff member at the embassy. You're probably supposed to say it kind of with some sort of flourish. The victim, Mr. Dade Man, was a staff member at the embassy. The defendant in this case, Mr. Mackerel, was held for questioning the night of the incident as he was deemed suspicious. He was quickly placed under arrest for possession of the murder weapon, a gun. Furthermore, at the time of the murder, the great thief Yatakarasu had successfully infiltrated the Kodopian embassy as well. At first, Rel claimed that he himself was the Yatakarasu, but that he did not kill Dade Man. Dade Man. I wonder what he expected to gain from such a desperate lie. It's possible that he wants to go down while in the spotlight, if he is found guilty. Foreshadowing. There truly is no limit to people's inanity. That was French. But I digress. Continue, Edgeworth. Yes, sir. During the trial, the prosecution presented the security footage that captured the murder. The footage clearly showed Mr. Rel as the murderer. The act of Mr. Rel firing the gun could be clearly seen from the visitors' gallery. Upon seeing that, the defendant retracted his statement and admitted to the murder. I did it because I was told to, by the real Yatakarasu, Byrne Faraday, I believe were his words. That sounds about right. However, you've forgotten one thing. While this may appear to simply be the murder of a Kodopian embassy staff member, people are actually referring to it as the second KG-8 incident. The second KG-8 incident? very sorry. I'm very sorry, sir. I fear I failed to study hard enough. Well, even among the police, it's information that only a select few are privy to. Could you please enlighten me, sir? It is... I don't even... There's no, you can't really say overt subtext, that's kind of a contradiction, but you can read between the lines and see that Manfred was extremely abusive toward Edgeworth and Franziska. You know, I can't even say they were under his care, more like under his iron fist. Oh, he's very, very scary. He is a scary person. Could you please enlighten me, sir? Sir, what do you mean by the second KG-8 incident? In order for me to tell you that, you must first learn about the original case. Take a look at these documents. This is a 3-year-old newspaper. KG-8 incident overview data jotted down by my organizer. Reference materials regarding the incident. I received them from my mentor. You have heard of the Amano Group scandal before, correct? Yes, I have. Hold on. Can you tell whose theme this is a remix of? Just real quiet, I'll bring it back down. The next time it comes up, I'll get it back down to 8. Fuck! Just take Control-Z, there. It's very good. The secretary of Ernest Amano, the Amano Group's director, was arrested under suspicion of smuggling. Correct. CCU was an employee of the Amano Group, and the sole witness to the smuggling operation. It was she who brought the crime to light. However, Miss Yu was silenced before she could testify in court. Wasn't a Cardopian embassy staff member arrested for the murder? Yes. A Cardopian by the name of Manny Korchin was the suspect. However, due to lack of evidence, the case went unresolved. Lack of evidence? If only I was in charge of the case. I would have done everything in my power to prove his guilt. To make sure that all criminals are found guilty. My mentor really is dedicated. Yeah, he's dedicated. He's very dedicated. Faraday was the prosecutor on the case then, and he was as pathetic as ever. Mr. Faraday was in charge of the KG-8 incident as well? I think Manfred hated Byrne for more than a couple of reasons, but we'll get there. That's right. And now, once again, the victim of the case you are currently assigned to was someone who was scheduled to testify against that smuggling organization. And just like last time, the victim was murdered right before he was to testify. You're catching on? The victim was murdered just before his day in court against the smuggling organization. Events are occurring almost exactly the same way as they did in the KG-8 incident. Why are you so happy about that? So that's why it's being called the second KG-8 incident. Yes. Yet, there is one difference between the two incidents. What would that be? The so-called noble thief that is sending everyone into an uproar. The great thief Yatagarasu. Yatagarasu? I'd better find out more. Before I do that, I'm gonna... Can I run around? Can I enter the court lobby? I'm just gonna look at everything. Fuck, there's a part in this case, I think it's this section of the case that just... Oh, it's like... It's just like thousands of tiny knives piercing my heart. A bulletin board. There are trial schedules posted on it. Trials scheduled for this week. Huh? There's only today's trial listed. This must be a mistake, or this country's judicial system is not working as it should. No, it could be both. This is so good! Oh, I could drink a whole gallon! I've never heard of water that tastes that good. Maybe I'll give him a minute. Drinking noises that I won't subject you to over the microphone. Does he plan on gulping an entire reservoir dry? God. A bookshelf, Compendium of Laws for Beginners. I don't have the time to read this and second-guess myself now. Oh. A luxurious and beautiful leather sofa. I must say, every part of this courthouse is meticulously well kept. Although, the positioning of this sofa puts one under the direct gaze of the judges. Every judge in this courthouse's history has had quite the beard. Oh, that's right, all the photos. And has gallantly parted with their beloved head of hair, I see. Being a judge must be a very stressful career. It depends on the judge, I guess. A model of the courthouse. It's pretty well constructed. Hands and a face. Don't tell me this thing transforms. Yet, I wonder for what other purpose they could have been made. Aren't these great? Daddy made all of these!
Awesome! But didn't you get fired right after you made them?
Yeah, I did. I spent the same amount of money on this model as it cost to build the real thing. And my boss wasn't very happy with me.
Hey, Daddy? Didn't you say you built a secret mechanism inside of it?
I'll tell you about it someday when you're older. A secret mechanism? Maybe he installed it as payback for getting fired? It could be trouble. Now I'm curious. He's like, I want to see what's in that. Manfred's like, Edgeworth! I think he calls Franziska, but he doesn't call Edgeworth Miles, which I think is interesting. He's thinking about, God, like if you know the backstory, like the prelude to this and how Edgeworth ended up in Von Karma's custody at all, this hits, God, Investigation's so good. It expands upon Edgeworth's character in the first game. In the second and the third, it expands upon his character so well. I'm very excited. The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment, sir. I was already well aware of that. Shortly or in a moment? Which one is it? Be specific. You have autism. I love you. Egad! What a cold stare he's giving me. However, as a disciple of Von Karma, there is no option but to win. He's good. The power of his cold stare rivals my own. He's sleeping while standing up? Probably a sleepwalker. What about this one? The trial will resume shortly. Please wait a moment, sir. I was already well aware of that. Shortly or in a moment? Which one is it? Be specific, I asked you. This should lead to the defendant lobbies. Edgeworth! There is your composure. If you wish to take a look at your enemy, do so in the courtroom, as you crush him. Indeed, thank you. You are a man of wisdom and experience, sir. He doesn't carry that cane around because he needs it to walk. Not now, anyway. You? Anything else? Mr. Prosecutor, sir! You've got a good eye if you can tell that I'm a prosecutor with just one glance. As there are always only prosecutors and defense attorneys in this lobby, I usually hit the mark if I guess one or the other while there's a recess. You were only guessing? Excuse me, madam, but is something the matter?
I just thought someone would have brought hors d'oeuvres by now.
But this is a courthouse. It would be quite atypical to provide hors d'oeuvres here.
Are you sure? Someone poured me a fresh cup of coffee last time I was here.
What the heck does she think a courthouse is for? Why not shelter? Fuck it. Why not? I want to look at this door. The trial is about to resume. I should stay on the premises. Oh, that's the exit, okay. And I have to look at everything. Oh, D-pad is if you want to make him walk. Left stick is he's running. I don't want to make him run all the time. Look at the way look at the frills in that jabot. The very delicate balance of them. You see that? Look at those flutter. So good. Okay. Pardon me, sir, I was... Hanford's like, Edgeworth! You have no time to be distracted! Yes, sir, I'm sorry. If it is true that the Yatagarashu showed up at the Kodopian embassy, what could he or she have been after? No doubt to steal any suspicious accounting records and release them publicly. Or, more likely, to steal secrets from the Kodopian embassy itself, since the items that the Yatagarasu stole from there were sent to the police. What was it that the Yatagarasu sent to the police? I don't know the details. Anything related to the Yatagarasu is getting the top secret treatment. Still, I find it very ironic. By returning the stolen item to the police, it was proof positive that the Yatagarasu had infiltrated the embassy on the same day the staff member was killed. Criminals have a way of incriminating themselves, wouldn't you say? That would have to be the first time the Yatagarasu has left evidence behind, correct? Yes, indeed. If you wish to learn more about the Yatagarasu, then I suggest you ask Faraday. Mr. Faraday? He happens to be the prosecutor in charge of the Yatagarasu case as well. He's the prosecutor in charge of both the KG8 incident and the Yatagarasu case? Mr. Faraday really has a lot on his plate. Oh, look who it is. What is it, little girl?
You're scary, mister.
Did you need something?
I want to trade these coins with you.
A fistful of dimes, quarters, and pennies. But it looks like you've exactly $1. Is this what you want?
Mm-hmm. Thanks. That's exactly what I needed. Bye.
Could that child be here to watch the trial? How disrespectful for a child like that to be running around inside the courthouse. Does no one have respect for this country's judicial system anymore? The paperwork for the prosecutor substitution is complete. For you, do you even know how much time there is left before the trial resumes? I'm so sorry. I can have you mopping up this courthouse instead of protecting it in an instant. It's no bother, sir. Not being completely prepared could prove to be a perfect handicap for me. A proud one you are. You had better collect the evidence from Faraday and prepare yourself. It's time for your debut, Edgeworth. Big day. September 10th, 4 o'clock p.m., District Court. Courtroom number 3. They have the same mannerisms. Just what is going on? Why isn't Faraday here yet? How is it possible that the defense is not prepared yet either? That the defense is not prepared yet either. I'm trying. Bailiff? Where is Mr. Faraday? I'm not sure. I wasn't really paying attention. Your mentor's scary. It's our guy. Ah! You must be the one Mr. Von Karma recommended. I love that the judge's brother is Canadian. Like, inexplicably, in the second one. I hear this will be your first trial. I look forward to seeing how you perform. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson. Sir, it looks like the trial is about to resume. However... Yes, it will be all but impossible to prove the witness a liar. Without the evidence from Faraday. What is that blasted buffoon up to? It's like slamming his cane. It's an emergency, sirs! Look how clean his coat is. Ah. Silence! There shall be no yelling! No. There shall be no yelling in this sacred hall of law! Bailiff! Remove that man from this courtroom at once! Please! Wait! You have to listen to me! There's an emergency! Defendant lobby number 2! Mr. Faraday and the defendant! The two of them! They're both dead, Your Honor! What? What? Huh? What? September 10th. Oh, hey, bitch. District Court. Hallway. Oh, hey, sexy? Okay. Keep it down, Violet. Relax, Violet. Roll it in. Roll it in. Reel it in. Stay back. He backed off. No one's allowed on the crime scene. Period. Just who does this oddball think he is?
This is becoming quite the hot spot.
Isn't she Mr. Rell's defense attorney? I'll find a voice for her. I love her earrings, by the way, the scales of justice. Hey, you! No running in the hallway, pal! And who are you to tell me what to do? I'll never find out what's going on like this. It's time for some civil discourse. This sofa looks like it's seen its share of use. This sofa looks like it's seen its fair share of use. And it looks like another part of the courthouse is visible from the window. My eyes have locked with my reflection's eyes in the barred window. As a student of Von Karma, I refuse to back down. I won. Did he have a staring contest with himself? Gotcha. There's something else I can examine here, isn't it? Probably not now. This seems new. A poster of the judge. There's a longer slogan of some sort on it in tiny letters at the bottom. Every strike of my gavel brings the truth closer to me and my hair farther away. Is this a promotional poster for the court or a hair growth product? A fire extinguisher. If one were to be hit in the head with this, I suppose the victim would lose a memory or two. But it's not as though I'd ever be so foolish as to be struck by one of those. Yeah. He's actually right about that one, not him. Not him. First, I need to get a handle on the situation. Perhaps I should talk to some people. Maybe talking! Oh yeah, what should I do? I don't know what to do. I guess talk to people. Damn it. Drat. Do I have to? I do. Talking to people in court isn't the same as talking to them in interpersonal situations. It's very different. It's a very different... When you're speaking in court, you're speaking to something of a prepared audience. And even then, the focus isn't so much on... It's different. It's a much different dynamic. They're like, who is this weird kid just like narrating his internal monologue? Callisto's like, if I were you, I'd keep it down. Keep what down? Your thoughts. Kid. Whole hallway can hear him. At first, like, what is that noise? I can't allow my thoughts to be heard, and my methods to be exposed. Defendant lobby number 1 is through here. The incident took place in lobby number 2 next door. I shouldn't allow myself to be sidetracked like this. I'd better get a move on. Can I examine this one? Can I examine the door? Or is he gonna yell at me still? Perhaps a refreshment could pick me up at this stressful time. A drink vending machine. Now is not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want! He's so nervous for his big day in court. He's so nervous. Now is not the time to be pondering what kind of drink I want. Interesting. They're selling special court-themed food products here. Many of them seem sort of troublesome and suspicious. Objection, I suppose. Cute. Look at the trash. What does that say? Something... Oh, it says cans, trash, I think. Back when recycling was considered viable. I gotta find out a voice for you, bitch. Do you have a minute?
You know, I'm not really into talking to people I don't know. Especially at a time like this.
I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. Manfred always made him and Francisca feel like they were bothering him. No, I apologize for not introducing myself before bothering you. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I was to take Mr. Faraday's place in court.
Edgeworth, huh? Never heard of you. So, Faraday's substitute is a newbie, huh?
I'll have you know, madam, that I studied under Manfred von Karma. The wink! Do not take me for some naive novice. Oh, thank God. See, this is what I really wanted to, play the game, Violet, we will, but this is what I really wanted to get the microphone for, that sound.
Do not take me for some naive novice. So you're a student of Von Karma? I should've... Those clothes are a dead giveaway!
Stop right there! These aren't the garments of one who gallantly presents the facts!
Thanks for the great laugh. But try not to make me laugh so much, okay?
I wasn't trying to do anything of the sort!
Just kidding! I was just goofing around. By the way, do you know who I am? My name is Callisto Yu. And if you're telling the truth, then we were about to go head-to-head in court.
Ah, but of course! I've heard much about you, Miss Yu.
But of course! I have heard much about you! You're a regular Shakespeare! You're a regular Shakespeare!
Did I say something funny?
No, you're just... I think you probably have autism. Do you know what that is?
No, what? I'll have you know, madam, that I had my most recent physical checkup was 6 months.
No, no, no. It's like something wrong with your brain. I don't know what happens, but it makes you talk. It makes you do weird things like talk weird, or you don't talk, or you talk even weirder than not talking. Most of them are annoying, so you're probably under that category.
Since when is being annoying a symptom of anything? I'd like you to update me on the situation.
I don't really know anything. Why don't you try talking to those detectives over there?
If that's the case, then why are you here? Why don't you don't know anything about the case you were assigned to? And she's just like dead silent. Just like, I love this bitch. She's so, God, she's so well written. Look at her earrings! They're the scales of justice! It's so cute. Character design in investigations games is... It's wacky, it's different, it's kind of different from the main series. But in a good way, that doesn't feel awkward or like forced in, like shoehorned in. I can't say the same for the character design in Dual Destinies or Spirit of Justice. If that's the case, then why are you here? What's so funny?
It's just that the way you speak is so tactless. The person I was going against in court, until only a little while ago, was just murdered. It's not like I could go back into the courtroom pretending as though nothing had happened.
That's a good point. I apologize for asking such an insensitive question. He's apologizing left and right, man, come on.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
She's gonna laugh her ass off if I give her this. It is a shame that we will not be able to face each other. It was to be my first trial, too.
Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree.
How old are you? He's 22 with the... Edgeworth is 19 right now, isn't he? Or is he 20?
Oh, was that a declaration of war? How nice it is to be young and carefree. And what a nice squeaky clean badge you've got yourself there. I'm jealous.
I'm sure its gleam will dull over time with experience.
Are you saying your reputation will also tarnish over time with it?
That's not what I meant!
Well, you just can't avoid some things in life.
I'll never allow my badge or my reputation to become tarnished. I'll never allow it. Oh, I gotta look through. I haven't looked at this at all. Mercurial news. God, I want to read the tiny text. It says this number is expected to be... Look at the top right. What does it say? This number, it says up in the top left too. This number is, you can see it up at the top, like above the top line, above Mercurial news. You can see that. What does the tiny text say? I'm always like this with like teeny tiny text and things. The victim is CCU. Oh. Really? That's a name that sounds familiar. I said that's a name that sounds familiar. I said that's a name that's... Give me a sec. It's not even worth it. I'm not even going to say it this time. I just want to make sure the webcam can turn on. Touch off. Touch on. He was like, you don't need it that bad, do you? Of course not. And no, it's not locked. Whatever. A shadow over the Amano group? What's his relation to the smuggling ring? Cadopian Embassy staff member. Manny Cochin found not guilty. The victim is CCU. Where have we heard that before? Oh, when, oh, now it works. Now it works. I love her theme. It's so good. No, not that. Actually, no, wait. What does he have to say about it? This badge's design is said to reflect the relentlessness and discipline of law enforcement. It comes from the authority vested in us as strict protectors of the law and executors of sentences, much like harsh winter frosts and blazing summer days. To wear it is to identify oneself as a prosecutor. But my mentor has taught me that it's more fashionable to keep it in my pocket. More fashionable, Fashionable. Fashionable. It's more fashionable to keep it in your pocket. Have you seen, like, Pope Leo? Manfred von Karma is decked out like Pope Leo, and he says, this one teeny tiny badge? Nah, it's too much. It's too much. It's too gauche for the rest of this outfit, for the rest of this ensemble. No, motherfucker, you don't want people to know that you're a prosecutor. That's why. Each prosecutor's badge is engraved with the number of its owner on the back. Numbers. As if we're not human on the inside like everyone else. I've made the same joke like 3 times. Can you look at these? Miss Yu, what do you think about this piece of evidence?
Actually, Edgeworth, I'm interested in finding out what you think about it.
I don't really know all that much about it.
Then I don't really know all that much about it either. Sorry! Guess I can't be of any service!
I shouldn't push her too much. She'll just start laughing again. Everybody laughs at me. Everyone always laughs at me. Fine, if you're going to... My mentor laughs at me. My younger sister laughs at me, but that's alright. That's alright, she's 13. Everyone laughs at me. Hey, pal, are you alright over there? Yes, I'm fine. Yes. Oh, I was just you seem kind of nervous, so maybe you'd like a... maybe you'd like a Swiss roll or something? At first looking at him like, why would you offer me that from a distance? Gumshoe's lingering around the machine, like... Not in a way that's like, you know, expectant, but just sort of... You know, when someone's at a vending machine and they can't really decide what to get. I didn't eat this morning. Oh, then you should really get some brain food in you, pal. And Edward's like, shit, I shouldn't have said that. He didn't eat this morning because he was too nervous. But a disciple of Von Karma does not get nervous. A disciple of Von Karma does not suffer from anxiety or complex post-traumatic stress disorder. A disciple of Von Karma must deprive himself of all joy and individuality and become a clone of him. Yes. And you are... Who, me? Hey, pal. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name, to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. Oh my god. I can't with the fucking... Theirs does not have an apostrophe in it. Crapcom. I can't go a single stream without seeing one of these and losing my shit. That's like, how is this not caught? How was this not caught? This is basic. Again, if it's just one random person on the internet making a typo in their personal life, whatever, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. This is a completely different thing. This is, we had a team of multiple people to translate this, localize it so the dialogue doesn't sound clunky and like direct, smooth it over, read it all over, program the fucking text in, have people play the game. You can't catch any of these grammatical errors. It doesn't make any sense. It's driving me nuts. If it must be this remaster. I do not remember this many grammatical mistakes in the DS game, and I played that fairly recently. It was like last year. You're gonna make me make me replay the DS games to see if the grammar is this bad. Okay, sorry. See, when I say shit like this, like my great grandma's spirit just escapes from my throat. And then she's like, why don't you know, what? Violet, why didn't you know what a participle is? I'm like, I'm sorry, Alma, I just kind of play it by ear, you know? But Amma, you taught. Amma, you taught when education in schools was slightly better. Also, you came from Norway. So you definitely, when you went to school in Norway, you definitely learned how to study better there. I love you, I miss you, goodbye. Or, not forever, just I'm on the stream right now, we love you. Say hi to my dead great-grandma. It's common courtesy to tell someone your name first before asking theirs. And use a little spell check, holy tamale. Point taken. My name is Miles Edgeworth. I am a district prosecutor. A prosecutor? I've never seen a prosecutor as young as you, pal. I've told you my name. Now would you mind telling me yours? Detective Dick Gumshoe. And just recently I achieved my dream of becoming a detective. More than a dream. It's what I was born to do. With a name like that, absolutely. Wait. Maybe I should check and make sure I'm not really in some crazy dream first. This detective is entirely too excited to be at a murder scene. You get excited about murder all the time. Will you look at my ring pop? Just it's so Manfred. He does have a lot of Gregory's mannerisms too, though. It's really cute. Poor Greg has the resting bitch face is genetic. But Greg is really sweet. He looks scary, but he's very, very nice. He's very soft-spoken and gentle. You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you know? You got it! I'm a brand spanking new detective! So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so desired to see one, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man has a police badge. And someday, I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. I say something wrong, pal? Forget it, detective. Ow, that shit hurted. Ow. Ow. Ow, fuck. A real man has a police badge. Someday I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Miles Edgeworth, at age 9, 10, couldn't wait to get his defense attorney's badge, just like his father, and become a defense attorney, just like his father one day. Hey, you alright? Yes, I'm fine. I didn't mean nothing by it, I just thought maybe, Cause I get allergies this time of year too, pal. I don't have allergies. Tell me about the crime scene. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling me what you know about the incident? You know that I don't have to tell you anything, right? I know that. But it would behoove you to fill me in on what you know. Wow. You're a proud one for such a youngster, aren't you? Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in- Wait, is Gumshoe 29 in this? I'm gonna lose my shit. He's 26! Okay, he's 26 in this. Well, anyway, Detective Bad is the one in charge. So you're just gonna have to ask him for all the details, okay? As for me, I was guarding the door to defendant lobby number 2. So you were on guard detail. Did you notice anything strange while you were on duty? Well, I freaked out when I heard a gunshot and then I kind of froze. You're a detective and a measly gunshot scared you that much? Then again, I can hardly claim to not know what it's like to hear one at close range. Ow! He's like, no, that shit's scary. I've heard it before. Then Detective Bad but to be fair, that is a completely fair criticism of a cop. Like, what do you mean you got scared of a gunshot, chicken shit? That's your fucking job to not be- Your job is to get shot so other people don't have to if you're a cop. Then Detective Bad came running to the scene. We went into lobby number 2 together and both men were lying there, dead. By the way, be real. Can you do me a favor and not... I don't do favors for you, detective. We've barely just met. Well, if you won't do me the favor, then maybe do Detective Bad the favor. You know... What? Well, not acting like that, because he's in a... This is a real hard time for him right now. What, did he know? Did he know Faraday personally? I guess something like that. That's what I hear. That's what I can see in his face, anyway. Well, is that everything? Oh yeah, that's about it. I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Interesting. Other than the gunshot, he didn't hear a single sound of commotion? Detective Gumshoe's testimony jotted down in my organizer. Wasn't Hall on guard duty, other than gunshot, didn't hear a sign of a struggle. What do you think of my ring pop? You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not? You got it! I'm a brand spanking new detective. Oh, I've shown it to you. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for Bratworth. Do you have any insight on this, Detective Gumshoe? Huh. Well, as a detective, I'd rather see something that's actually related to the case, pal. And here I thought this was related enough. What about your own testimony? So, you were guarding the door to lobby number 2 at the time of the crime, correct? Yep, that's right. And I'll have you know, not even a single ant got by me. Really? Are you sure that not even a single ant slipped in? Well, I guess if we're talking about slipped in, then maybe a frog or something did. It would appear that my point has also completely slipped by you. It would appear that my point has also completely slipped by you, Detective. Sheesh. Well, can I just give you one word of advice, pal? Absolutely not. Well, I'm gonna give it to you anyway. If you talk to Detective Bad like that, oh, what? Will I get in trouble? Saturday school, detention. Shit. Alright, pal, if that's how you want to play it. I play this game by my own rules. But what happened to the rules of the court? Well, of course, but... away with you. Excuse me, but... who are you? His theme is so good! Detective Tyrrell Bad. Homicide. Hold on. Listen to his theme. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna try something. It might be hell to listen to, but I'll just give it a little bit of a... I just want to see. So I'll be right back. One sec. Thanks so much for waiting. Okay, so I wish I would have had the foresight to test this on the stream, but I was just so invested in getting the microphone to sound right. I have with me a prop. It's either going to sound like hell, or it's going to add to the immersion. I'll try it this one time. Detective Kirill died. Homicide. I was informed of the situation and came as quickly as possible. So how did you arrive and inspect the body before me? Faraday requested for me to testify in the trial. Plain and simple. Mr. Faraday requested that you be here? He's like, yeah, what about it? Oh, oops, that's not the BRB. This is... When I said K has two dads, Burn is dad number 1, and Bad is dad number 2. He's hurting right now. Will you look at my badge? Oh shit, you didn't see my prop, did you? I hope you didn't see the secret. Showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor? Of course not. I was simply proving my title of prosecutor to you. I see. But most prosecutors don't go around flaunting those things. It's like a detective walking around outside with his badge flashing in the sunlight. Exactly! Show that off too much, and before you know it, you'll be elbow deep in angry criminals. That would definitely be a problem. Let's talk before I present things to you. I've already contacted HQ about this. My voice isn't gravelly enough for Bad, that's fine. I've already contacted HQ about the situation. I've got nothing to say to you. Kid? I'm Mr. Faraday's substitute in today's trial. Therefore, I insist that you update me on the situation. I can't back down here. I have a right to know. Do I need to teach you a thing or two about how to talk to adults, kid? Is he threatening me? What does he have in his mouth? Is he going for his gun? The mirror. It's just a mirror? How dare he trick me like that? Faraday was stabbed to death with some kind of blade. And he had a gun in his hand. The other man, a Mr. Macrell, was shot and killed. God, he's so hot. He was found holding a bloody knife in his hand. Was there anyone else who went into defendant lobby number 2? Yeah. That big lug over there. Name's Gumshoe. He was in charge of guarding the place. He's claiming that no one else entered the room. If that's the case, then they must have killed each other, correct? Maybe. Such impudence. This guy is really testing my pit. He's like 40. He's like how old is he? He's like 53, dude. You're like, I think Edgeworth is 20 at like right now. Such impudence. Will you look at my candy? I have some too. Oh, I already did. What about this? Detective Bad, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence. Could you please pay attention? I'm listening. but I've got nothing to say. End of story. Very well. Why didn't you say that in the first place? After this talking with him, I'm gonna stop this and see if it... Talking with... Gumshoe, I got Gumshoe voice. After this, I'm gonna stop the prop thing. See if it sounds like hell when I watch it back. Why was I not informed that you were going to testify in court? Homicides aren't my only gig. The Yatagarasu case is also one of my assignments. So you were called upon to comment on the Yatagarasu's characteristics, in order to assess if Mr. Faraday really was the Yatagarasu or not? Well, well. Looks like you just might have a brain after all in that head of yours. Kind of an awkward sentence? Well, well. Looks like you just might have a brain in that head of yours after all, son. Son? I'm not your son, Pops. Miss you! There's someone here who wishes to see you.
Who is it?
A Cadopian Embassy staff member by the name of Manny Cochin. What? What's going on? Detective Bad and Miss Yu's moods just changed all of a sudden. Wait a second. Wasn't Manny Cochin?
I'll be right there.
Do I give... What's he... Wow, is this new? I gotta think of, like, what kind of accent they have in Cadopia. Do I... man, it's tough. It's nice to see you again, Miss Yu.
Why are you here? I have no desire to ever see you again.
No, no. Actually, would you mind stepping outside for a brief chat?
Fine. Let's go.
Hey, where are you... Hey! Bad. On Karma. It's been a long time. I knew you would show up. You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. You just couldn't stay away from your little birdie, could you? Pad looks at him like... No! Okay, you saw the secret, you didn't see that. Pad looks at him like... Even Von Karma kind of... He doesn't budge, but he's just sort of like... He doesn't press further, and that's intimidation enough. What was that you said about a bird? It must have been the wind. That's what I thought. The Hedgeworth's like, what is going on here? You usually do when the Yatagarasu is involved, and I see this case is no exception. Do you know Detective Bad, sir? Yes. He's like an old bloodhound that never leaves the scene of a crime. If only he would get a promotion and move on. It's the crime scene where a detective is most useful and effective. It's not like I don't know that. Moving on, so Bad. That man I just passed by. Was he not the suspect from the KG-8 incident? So I was right. Just what is that man doing wandering around here? That Faraday. Can't believe he let such an easy catch get away. Imbecile. I would have proved his guilt in 3 minutes. Von Karma! He's reaching for his gun now. Now he is. Von Karma! I think you've said enough for now. It's in poor taste to speak like that about the departed. Very well. Back on topic. Nobody can tell Manfred von Karma to shut the fuck up, by the way. That is the power of Tyrell Bad. Back on topic. I'm placing edgeworth in charge of the investigation here.
Objection!
Ah, here she comes!
Papa! How can you place him in charge?
Francisca, what are you doing here?
I'm here for summer vacation. What else?
That's a cravat. That's closer to a cravat. What he has is a jabot. This is closer to a cravat, ironically. Franziska von Karma. So she's here on vacation from Germany. She is the daughter of Manfred von Karma and a student of his, who's also junior to me.
You're the one who's junior to me, and don't you forget it!
You're not conveniently avoiding the bar examination, are you?
Ha! If you were able to pass, then I'll have absolutely no trouble at all. I'll never allow myself to lose to you. Never!
Why does she always have to be this competitive? Yeah, she doesn't have a whip now, but she has a riding crop.
Anyway, Papa, are you really assigning Miles Edgeworth to cover the case?
Yes, I am. Why do you ask?
Well, you know, I'm close to becoming a prosecutor myself. And I am 100% confident that I can do a better job than him.
That's just like Francisca. She has no problem bad-mouthing someone right in front of them. Oh, look who's talking. Bad. Yeah. These two will be conducting the investigation. What? You want me to let both of these kids loose on the crime scene? Huh. This is a perfect opportunity for them to work on their prosecutorial skills. A crime scene is not a place for children to be messing around in. I'm the one with the authority over this crime scene, bad! And I will not tolerate complaining. Edgeworth! Francisca! I leave this case to the two of you. Understood, sir.
Yes, Papa.
I'll go take care of the paperwork now. Remember, I'll accept nothing but a perfect report from the both of you. Do not disappoint me! Hold up, Von Karma! I still haven't agreed to this!
Miles Edgeworth.
It's been quite some time, Francisca.
This will be the perfect chance for us. This will be the perfect chance for us to see which of us is truly worthy of the Von Karma name.
Would it kill you to at least say hello?
Long time no see.
Very good.
Just because you became a prosecutor first doesn't mean you can act all proud.
She hasn't changed a bit.
Miles Edgeworth! As I was saying, we shall see which one of us is worthy of the Von Karma name.
For crying out loud! I've been reduced to a babysitter. God dang it. It looks like Mr. Von Karma was successful in convincing the detective. Convincing. That's just like him. He never fails. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bad. He's like, my dad's in charge now. Well, not my dad. My biggest op. Not my dad, but no. Shit, you. God damn it! You found. God damn it! I gave it away. Whatever. Now, I'd appreciate it if you could quickly run me through the facts, Detective Bat. You're better off checking things out on your own. Very well. Seems like getting help from Detective Bat will be a most arduous task. Oh, that's gotta be hard to look at. September 10th, 4:15 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. Is the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously?
Miles Edgeworth! You should listen to someone until they are finished talking.
What are you talking about?
I'll only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the one common name.
A competition? Oh, I didn't... That's why it's so... I'm so sorry. How much of that was like... No, hold up. 8. I need it on an even number or I'm gonna go insane. How much of that was like... Oh dear. Well, remember next time. It's like, how much of that was over the music that was way too loud? It's fixed.
The person that figures out the truth first wins.
So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name?
Exactly! I don't care that you became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things come out of your foolishly foolish mouth!
Fine, whatever makes you happy.
Can I take that as you accepting my challenge?
Once again, whatever makes you happy. You see how she's so Manfred with the... I love those little details.
Huh. Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like the professional I am.
Competing to discover the truth behind a crime. How delightfully childish. You kids, over here, hold it! Kid?
Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid.
I said kids, kid.
How dare you call me a kid as well?
I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy. Big guy, that's cute. You're gonna watch over these two. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! Now do what I say from now on, kids, okay?
You'd better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do.
Then you, prosecutor boy! Let's get your investigation started already, alright? Great. Now even that detective is treating me like a child. Then stop acting like one. Alright, it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy! My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time, it will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what would you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? That's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Well, sounds good, pal. He's so naive. Begin investigation. Defendant lobby number 2. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you? What is it? He's like miles away. He's going through the motions. He's just on autopilot right now. It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons. Yeah, it does. That leads us to our first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons? The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cadopian Embassy staff member. Yeah, doing it intermittently is a lot easier than keeping it in your mouth. That's what he said. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There's no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well. Could it have been a piece of evidence that had yet to be presented? But then, why doesn't Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife in under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have then brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it. Huh. Maybe you got a brain in there after all, kid. Ugh. Is he going to treat me like a child forever if you keep acting like one forever? It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion you can draw from a scene like this. Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence so as to protect the honor of the Von Karma name. Whoa! What is it, Detective Gumshoe? My TV at home is so tiny compared to this one, pal. Then perhaps you should purchase a more normal-sized television like this one. Oh, let me see. Wow, this thing is huge! Just get a new television, Detective. And what, a model of that... What, it's only $2,200. $2,200?! You know how much... Do you know how long I'd have to save up for that, sir? Well, then maybe you shouldn't be spending it on... Well, then maybe you shouldn't be spending it on luxuries such as Swiss rolls from a vending machine. That's a luxury, pal? Well, perhaps if you saved your finances more prudently, you would be able to afford nicer things. Pal, you don't know... Pal, I'm from New York. You don't know what it's like out here. Well, this is Japanifornia. Yeah, these are the two expensive states to live in the country. Did you know that? Well, then move somewhere else. It's at this point where Gumshoe's like, okay, I see. Alright. He's one of those types. He's sheltered, but that's not his fault. Is what he's thinking. Oh, let me see here. Wow, this thing is huge! Oh no! Ah! Ah! And way too noisy!
You're the noisy one, Scruffy!
Don't touch it! You'll get your fingerprints all over it! What? I didn't touch it! Preservation of the crime scene is the foundation of detective work. The foundation, Sounds like something the rookie here needs to shore up on. And you call me the kid. Well, maybe if he didn't act like one. Look, pal, just because you're associated with Von Karma doesn't give you the right to go stomping around in your big shoes, throwing your weight around like it's nothing. Bad's like, can you keep it down? He's really on edge. What is his problem? Oh, it's a bit personal for him, sir. Sir, that's more like it. Thank you. This plant, does it have a name? Do you name your plants, Mr. Edgeworth? No. But scientific studies have proven that people who talk to their plants raise healthier plants. Presumably due to the carbon dioxide expended in speaking to them. So, if you're going to be speaking... What did you say in your own words, Detective? Why ask for someone's name? Why would you ask for someone's name without introducing yourself first? Hello, potted plant. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And you are? This decorative plant's foliage is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. It's a bit shy, though. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. And what would you name your tree, Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, thank you. I'm not sure. Percival? Perhaps it would depend on the type of tree. There are some plastic bags stacked up on the table. There's a tea set, too. But there doesn't seem to be any sign of a disturbance. Yeah, a table's all neat and tidy. Neat and tidy table. The tea set and plastic bags on top of the table are completely undisturbed. Maybe, they were super quiet in their scuffle? After all, I didn't hear anything from out in the hallway, you know? Maybe the plastic bags scattered on the floor are throwing us off? Could be. What's in this thing? There's some stuff in the bag, pal. I suppose this was Mr. Faraday's bag. It's probably the trial evidence I was supposed to collect from him. This is the evidence? Oh, I'd better not touch it. I'll leave prints on it. Do you just not pay attention to anything that you do? What do you mean? What do you mean? Bad just told him to keep his... Bad just told you both to keep your paws off the evidence. That's what Gumshoe's doing. He's listening to him. The window is open, and... there's a fresh, flowery scent in the air. Ugh! The flowers in the garden down there are so gross and ghastly. Do you think maybe you could try offering something useful for a change? Well, at least there's no way someone escaped through this window, pal. They wouldn't wake up and smell the flowers after a fall from the 3rd floor. Are you willfully ignoring the fact that there are also iron bars on the windows? No human can climb through these barred windows. The scent of flowers is in the air. Yeah, I guess there's that too. No, either way, no one can get through these windows, right? They thought of everything when they were designing this courthouse. Very nice. Yeah, no more holding cells up on... No more holding cells on the ground floor or the floor above it. Gotta be, it must be a deadly height to fall from. Deadly? Well, yeah. Have you seen what happens when the perp can just pop the window and jump out? Sir? Don't tell me that's happened before. Well, I mean... To constitute the windows, it has. Constitute. To constitute, you mean, you know... To constitute, I mean, to have... I know what constitute means, detective. I'm just surprised that you do. At this point, Gumshoe's like, I read books. Well, I might not read books all the time, but I've been to school. I've been to school, pal. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Those bags are for keeping evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. You sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Normally, I'd be happy to receive validation. From anywhere, any scrap of positive interaction or validation, I would love that. I am starved for it at home under this guy. Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between the two men? Plastic bags used to store evidence are strewn all over the floor. It looks like the sofa is ready to be disposed of. It's so soft! I can sleep for all 25 hours of the day on this thing. If only I could dispose of him. Dude! Bratworth, more like Bitchworth. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, have you heard about that curse? No. Well, you didn't even ask what it was. I don't believe in curses, detective. Oh. You never had somebody try to put a curse on you? Have you? Well, you know, some days, haven't you ever had some days where that seems like the only possibility? You know? Detective, I would appreciate it if you didn't attribute everything strange and bizarre to curses and paranormal activity. That will not suit you well in your career going forward. I can assure you that. And Gumshoe's like... Good thing Gumshoe's not a guy about ego, otherwise it'd just be like two magnets. Oh, Bad, dutifully taking notes. Detective Bad, do you have any thoughts on the case? Faraday and Rel. Looks like they killed each other to me. Although, there are a few things that just don't seem right. And what would they be? Why don't you try thinking on your own first before you bother me, boy? What? No, I've been downgraded to just boy? Well, I mean, we're young, Mr. Edgeworth. I am a 20-year-old man. Well, exactly, we're young, Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, I'm getting nervous. You know, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20 now, and it's a bit... Detective, I don't have time to endure your fears of aging. You'll handle it fine. And you're 26? Yeah? It's a bit of a rough 26, but I can assure you you'll be fine. Gumster's like, a rough 26?! If he were a ruder man, he'd be like, that's a rough 20, pal! But he's not. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rel. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is... Aha! What was that outburst for? My detective's instinct just hit me real hard! It was Mr. Rel that fell first, see? You don't need a detective's instinct for that, it's common sense! Bad's like, what did I tell you about yelling? Everyone's like, okay. Oh, fuck. Yes, damn it. How do I fucking lock my OBS settings where they're supposed to be? No, like the windows. Scenes. What the fuck is... I got this. Whatever. I'm fine. I got it. I'm so excited. Hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, sure, that's fine. Okay. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Why are there plastic bags scattered all around? Oh. You sure you're not losing your memory at an early age, boy? The way that Edgeworth looked kind of scared, like, am I? And Gumshoe's like, I'm just, that was just a joke, pal. It was just a joke. Oh, that's, didn't you say something today's your first trial, right? No wonder you're so nervous and cagey. I remember when I was in the police academy, I was so nervous to take my final test, I thought I was gonna flunk again for sure. Edgeworth's not even listening. His bag. So anyway, those bags are keeping for evidence safe, pal. I know that much, detective. Well, you sure are good at this stuff, aren't you, pal? Normally, I'd be happy when someone compliments me, but when it's this guy... Anyway, could these plastic bags be evidence of a fight between these two men? Did it really have to make me read it off 3 different times when examined 3 different times? Does this pattern look familiar to you at all? Mr. Faraday. How ironic it is for him to lose his life in a courthouse. Yeah. Why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. Can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time continuing the investigation. That's the nicest thing he said so far. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Well, yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right, I'm on it, pal. Gumshoe. You don't answer to him. He does now. It's alright, Detective Matt. I can handle this one. First he killed a Cadopian embassy staff member, then he was murdered himself. This guy wasn't exactly an angel, you know. Oh? What makes you say that? Well, he's been hauled into the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type to have committed a murder or two. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Dade Man. Hey, good point, pal! I knew my detective's intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition? Yep! You know about it? It's a special feeling that all We don't have time for this conversation right now. Let's return to the investigation. You said you were a disciple of Mr. Von Karma, sir? Yes. I see. That shows. Edgeworth will take that as a compliment. Thank you. His hand is all black down here, see? No, that's right, a lot of see? Instead of pal, before it was pal, his thing in the first game was like, see? You see? Then it became pal, I think. His hand is all black down here, see? I wonder what it could be. That's what I remember, anyway. If you look closely, this blotching pattern resembles an ink stain. Mr. Faraday has ink on his left hand. Why is there ink on such a place anyway? I mean, maybe he's left-handed. An ink stain? Yes. I usually get ink on my own hand when I use my feather pen. A feather pen? I've never seen one before. You sure you're just not making it up, pal? Yes, I write with a quill. Well, you displaced time traveler or something? And just what is so funny? Well, I just think it's, you know, a quill, an inkwell, is it? I'm surprised you know the terminology. Yeah, it's a bit old school. Old school? You know. Antiquated. Yeah, antiquated. Maybe that's the word you want me to use. Hey, it looks like Mr. Faraday died while holding the gun in his right hand. What a grip. So he shot Mr. Rell and then fell on top of him while still gripping onto the gun? Guess that does seem kind of strange, huh? I mean, why would Mr. Faraday know how to fire a gun? It's not exactly rocket science. Even I know how to pull a trigger. Ouch. Although I doubt I'll ever need to use one. You know, I hope I never have to fire a gun either, pal. But it sure does look cool to hold a gun in your hands. It appears that the police's screening procedures need a thorough review. Alright, we'll give him this one. He's not wrong there. Anyway, I should jot down some notes about the handgun in Mr. Faraday's hand. Handgun data jotted down in my organizer. It was Faraday's evidence from embassy staff killing case. It was found in his hand. Looks like Mr. Rell died with the knife in his hand. There's some blood stuck to it. Then he must have used this as a weapon. Yep, no doubt about it. Was Mr. Faraday carrying this on his personage? Did he bring this as a piece of evidence for the trial? Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? Okay, so I'm thinking like the blood from the... It looks more like a letter opener than a knife to me. I guess you could make one into the other. They're somewhat interchangeable, but... Let's say it was evidence that Byrne was bringing. Let's say hypothetically. That would make sense. It would make sense. Let's turn the webcam for this. There's only one plastic bag that's bloodied, right? And it seems here that it's only on the inside of the bag. If it were on the outside of the bag, there would be more blood just around this general area. I think we can, because there's no blood on the gun, which usually is the case unless you're shot at point-blank range. There's blood on this knife. Byrne was bringing in evidence. How is blood in an evidence bag How is blood... The only way blood can end up inside of a bag and not outside of it was if something bloody was inside of it. Yes, Violet, we know this. I know, but I'm saying this out loud for myself. I think. Yes. Jesus, I moved my audio mixer by accident, and now I can't fucking... Now I can't fucking... Okay, I think this is where it was. Here. Or did he bring it with a very different intention in mind? I should jot some notes down about it. Knife data jotted down in my organizer. Mr. Rel's cause of death was from being shot, correct? God, Bat is so... He looks so good, God. That's what we think, but it's hard to tell with him lying face down and all. Death is bad enough, but it's truly lamentable that someone would try to hide the truth. You sure they were trying to hide something? I can't confirm Mr. Rel's cause of death with his body positioned like that. Detective Bat, I'd like to examine the bodies in further detail, if possible.
What's this? You're not able to form a theory with them the way they are?
I believe an examination of the bodies is vital to finding the perfect evidence, don't you?
I suppose you do have a point. Well, hurry up and get on with it!
Labby.
Yes, sir. We've taken enough photos of the scene, sir.
And there you have it. Bad's just like... You know what? I've turned on the webcam and ruined the surprise. Bad's just like... looking him dead in the eye, like, I'm not budging on this. Do you not approve? Of course not.
What?
Investigation of a crime scene is the work of a detective. So don't touch a thing. Hey, big fella. Turn over the bodies for me, will you? Okay. Please forgive me, Mr. Faraday, sir. That's why he let Gumshoe do it. He knew Edgeworth would just, like, flip him over. He's like, don't do that to my birdie. The big fella will be gentle. Gumshoe. Do not get emotionally involved. Remember, you're a detective. Yes, sir! Understood, sir! And Gumshoe said, he's like, and I will not acknowledge that, sir. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. I want to see your pen. I want to see this. There's something in his breast pocket. It's a fountain pen. The fountain pen in Mr. Faraday's pocket has an especially nice nib. Hey, you know, I always keep a pencil behind my ear. It's because Detective Bat is always telling me, you should always write your name on everything you own. Yes. Somehow you do strike me as quite a forgetful individual. Shot in the chest. It takes some guts to fire a gun in the courthouse. I mean, I've been a detective for a whole week and I still haven't fired a single round yet. There aren't any burn marks on his clothes. That must mean... Wait. Burn marks? I think it was shot from a distance. A round grows very hot as it is discharged from a firearm. Therefore, burn marks are usually left when a shot is fired from point-blank range. Ergo, Mr. Rell must have been shot from at least a yard or two away. Edgeworth's like, I can't believe you don't know this, but at the same time he's like, okay, if he's never even fired his gun, then that makes sense. Handgun data updated in my organizer. You sure do know a bunch of neat stuff for your age, pal. Apparently this detective has as much common knowledge as your... No. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. Such a bitch. He's such a bitch. Isn't it a pretty stark contrast? Like, Kay's like, you're mean, Mr. Edgeworth. And like, yeah, he was. He was way meaner. But he gets nicer, too. Apparently, this detective has as much common knowledge as your everyday marsupial. You wouldn't say that shit to him out loud, pal. He's from New York. Mr. Edgeworth, you might not know this about me, but I'm from the streets. Sure. I mean it, Mr. Edgeworth. I've seen some shit. Oh, oops. He sees Francis there. He's like, I've seen some real rough stuff, pal. Sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Von Karma.
Such vulgar language. It has no place at a crime scene.
Bad's like, kid's kinda right. But I understand the struggle. Looks like Mr. Faraday was stabbed with this knife that Mr. Rell is holding. Ouch! What's wrong, Detective? My stomach started to hurt from just thinking about being stabbed. Just keep your mind on the case, alright? There's a knife wound in his chest here, see? I wonder if the wound matches the knife Mr. Rell is holding. Labby.
Yes, sir. Verifying now, sir.
Make it quick. From the look of things, one could deduce that the knife Mr. Rell is holding is what killed Mr. Faraday. Let us now try to understand how the two men died. First, Mr. Faraday took the gun and the knife out from today's trial evidence. Then he aimed the gun at Mr. Rell and fired. However, Mr. Rell managed to grab the knife and counter Mr. Faraday while being shot. Then the two men fell together where they stood. That is my theory, in any case. What a crazy way to go! Still, something about that explanation just doesn't seem right. Let's check in something real quick. Crime scene notes. Notes pertaining to Byrne Faraday and Mackerel. I believe I now have a firmer grasp on what happened here. Wait, what am I looking at? I already checked this area earlier, but it never hurts to take another look. No, it doesn't. You just want me to look at this? Mr. Faraday is holding a gun in his right hand. Now that's the one Mr. Rowe got blown away by, right? Labby, your answer?
Yes, sir. We found that the ballistic markings do match that gun.
Oh, ballistic markings are, Even Bad is like looking at him like, come on, man, come on. Not like mean, but just like, I know you got this one, right? Are the figurative fingerprints a gun leaves on a bullet when fired? Every gun leaves its own unique ballistic markings. Therefore, by looking at the markings on a bullet, you can tell which gun it came from. Yeah, that's it. Of course, I already knew about all that, pal. Maybe it'd be better off going back to the academy. Come on, sir, cut me some slack, will ya? So the bullet that was fired from this gun is what felled Mr. Rell. So it would seem. Have we... I didn't miss anything. Yep, all checked out. Logic homework. What is that a painting of? I think that's an Assassin's Creed screenshot. No, we have to talk to Gumshoe. Yeah, pal? I'm so excited, pal! This is my first real crime scene! Let's get investigating! Detective Gumshoe. I thought investigations were supposed to be conducted in a calm, collected manner. What do you know about running an investigation, little boy prosecutor? I know that at the very least, I have a greater grasp than you of what happened here. Why, you don't know any more than me, pal! Look, you just stay behind me, boy, and out of the way. Ironic coming from the guy that's been a step behind me the entire case. I think he's a couple steps ahead in some fashions. This is my first time setting foot inside the courthouse. Oh, who would have thought it'd be for my first case as a detective? But you know, I get the feeling I'll be coming here a lot more in the future. As a suspect, detective? No, of course not, pal! Anyway, this lobby is actually pretty luxurious. I mean, for a defendant's lobby, it's got a pretty big TV. Oh, and there's that tea set on the table over there. Bet you didn't know that I like to drink tea. Wow, this room really is decked out. If it means spending time in here, maybe being a suspect isn't such a bad thing after all. I'm beginning to suspect that leaving this detective in charge of anything might be bad. But he is right. This room is rather well furnished. And somewhere in this room, the truth is slumbering. It's time to find it and give it a wake-up call. Oh, gosh. Your one-liners will get better. Hey, so that's a prosecutor's badge, huh? You mentioned that you've only recently become a detective, did you not? You got it! I'm a brand spanking new detective. So that means you've probably never seen a real prosecutor's badge, right? If you so happen to want to take a look, I just might be able to make your day. You don't have to go through the trouble, pal, because a real man— oh, we've already read this, I don't care. Because a real man has a police badge. And someday, I'm gonna become an ace detective, just like Detective Bad. Did I say something wrong, pal? Let's return to the investigation, detective. Alright, now leave me alone and be quiet. Huh? Just listen, just listen. Oh, I have to talk to Francisco.
Ah, I see.
Did you figure something out?
This is a competition, Miles. And as such, I'd appreciate it if you didn't talk to me.
As you wish. The TV has been left on. What? Why are you looking at me like that? It wasn't me. I didn't touch anything. Gumshoe, you do know what will happen to you if you touch something again, right? I won't touch anything. I won't even go anywhere near the TV, sir. And you, get back to your investigation, all right? I was planning to do so anyway. I'm working, I promise. Bad's just, again, miles away. Miles away, but going through the motions. Plastic bags strewn about. Plastic bags used to store evidence are strewn all over the floor. Seems like someone threw these around to make it look like there was a struggle, maybe? Fountain pen in pocket. Ink stain. He's left-handed. It's the fucking handedness. It's the fucking handedness in these games that always throws me off. That splotch on Mr. Faraday's hand. I wonder if it might be the ink from his fountain pen. Ooh, let's ask the lab guy. Detective Gumshoe, I confirm that the substance on Mr. Faraday's hand is the ink from his fountain pen. I see. Good work. You know, I've always wanted to say that, even if it was just one time in my life. Aw. If Mr. Faraday wrote with his fountain pen in his left hand, I think it's fair to assume that he was left-handed. It appears that Mr. Faraday's pen is very important to our case as well. Okay, if you say so, pal. Mr. Faraday's fountain pen data jotted down in my organizer. How many times has the left hand, right hand thing come up? Because the shit with the dossier was excruciating to watch back. The amount of times I have the answer in front of me, the right piece of evidence to present at the right statement, and I'm like, nah, this isn't it. I walk up. It's like that. It's like I saunter up to that conclusion. I'm like, it's the dossier. And I get right up to presenting the dossier. I'm like, no, it's not the dossier. It can't be. For like an hour and a half. Incredible deduction. Let's see. Yeah. These plastic bags probably came along with the tea set. And the one bloody bag is, we can, I think, pretty safely assume was the one used to carry the knife. I was laughing because I'm pretty sure Edgeworth and Gumshoe already went over that. There was a very tidy pile of plastic bags on the table. And yet, a portion of them wound up scattered on the floor as well. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle. And Detective... Yeah, pal? I suppose you have no reason to adhere to this, given the current terms we stand on, but I would appreciate it if... I dislike comments about my stuttering. Stuttering? I wouldn't... Huh? Don't patronize me. I didn't even notice you stuttered. I wasn't trying to patronize you or nothing. Nothing at all. This stutter's nothing to be ashamed of, pal. You'll get over it in the courtroom. I probably won't, but the sentiment is appreciated. It's not likely that the ones on the floor were knocked over during a struggle. In which case, might there not be another explanation as to how they got there? Another reason? I believe it's possible that the blood on the outside of the bag is related somehow. Please get that blood away from me, pal! Detective Gumshoe? Whose blood is on this bag? Hold on, let me ask the lab guy. Alright, please hurry. He said please this time. Oh, wait till you get a load of this, pal! It's Mr. Faraday's! Oh, and the technician said they didn't find anything else on or in the bag either. It would appear that this bag is a very important piece of evidence. Okay, if you say so. I leave it in your hands, pal. Plastic bag, one of the bags strewn on the floor of lobby number 2 has Faraday's blood on it. So that's his blood. On it, or in it. I guess there's not much left to investigate, huh? They really did kill each other. No. We can't conclude that quite yet. Hey, what are you at me for, pal? I'm attempting to be amiable. Amy? Who's Amy? I'm trying to be nice, Detective. Well, keep at it. You'll get there. You'll get there someday. Right. Well, there's still something I find very peculiar here. The theory that they simply killed one another is too simplistic in this case. In fact, there is actually a contradiction that shows that there is another possibility. No way, pal! Really? I suppose I'll just have to show you the contradiction in this crime scene. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Let's see, that is his right hand. Yeah, you're not getting tripped. You're not getting tripped up on this shit. On the hand of this shit. I feel like it's the third time in the row. Eureka! Now we come face to face with the contradiction I spoke of, and it is this! Mr. Faraday used his left hand to write with his fountain pen. Ergo, he is left-handed. And yet, the handgun is in his right hand. Don't you find it odd that the left-handed Mr. Faraday would hold the gun in his right hand? That, lady and gentlemen, is the great contradiction haunting this crime scene. Hey, you're right, pal! That does seem kind of strange. But how could something like that happen? The facts add up to one conclusion, and one alone. Someone else put the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand after he died. Someone else? Plastic bags scattered on the floor, and a gun in the wrong hand. I sense the presence of a shadowy figure behind this case. A person of vile intent who is serious about keeping the truth from us. Investigation complete. September 10th, District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. I love Bad's gait. You know who he reminds me of? Or rather the other way around, Bibby Wolf. Bibby Wolf. Here's the autopsy report.
It is probable that Mr. Rouse survived for a short time after he was shot. However, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously from his stabbing. Interesting.
Crime scene notes updated in my organizer.
It looks like we now know everything we need to know about this case.
Are you sure we know everything?
Of course! The incident began with Mr. Faraday attempting to get his revenge. The prosecutor went into a rage from being accused and tried to kill the defendant. But the defendant fought back, and they ended up killing each other. It's all very clear and simple. There is absolutely no margin for doubt.
Do you really believe that to be the truth?
Are you saying that just because I figured out the truth before you, that you don't want to believe it's true? It's alright. If you disagree with my argument, then prove me wrong. Well, if there are any contradictions to be found, that is.
Don't worry, I will. What happened? Argument.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Those are the facts of this case.
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, therefore he must have attacked first. Proving that logic to be false is probably the fastest way to show her that she's wrong. In that case, I should first look for any holes in her theory. Rebuttal. What happened?
Mr. Faraday's death was instantaneous, while Mr. Rell survived for a short time.
Hold it!
Do you truly believe that Mr. Faraday died instantaneously?
I have the murder report right here. Mr. Faraday died instantaneously of shock due to being stabbed in the chest. There, you see? It's been documented. Clear as day. From this, it is obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell before he died? Do you have any basis for that statement?
Your foolishness has no end, does it? Now, I hate to repeat myself, however, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously. That's all the basis I need.
Alright, so if Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, then he must have attacked Mr. Rell before being stabbed.
You're finally beginning to catch on, I see. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. And Mr. Rell, while on the brink of death, stole Mr. Faraday's knife and stabbed him. Skip my statement one more time, Miles. See what happens.
I won't. I'm not interested. So, you believe that the dying Mr. Rell stole the knife from Mr. Faraday?
Mr. Rell became desperate as he did not want to die. Human beings can do amazing things when they are put to the test. So, the two men struggled, and in the end, Mr. Rell was able to grab the knife and stab Mr. Faraday. The messy condition of this room is a testament to their struggle. Yes, my logic is perfectly sound.
Can you really say that it's perfect?
What are you insinuating?
Nothing. However, I can't let what you said slide by without further inquiry. One must be clear and precise. So if you could append that statement to your testimony.
Fine. At least my pronunciation is clear and precise.
Oh. Edgeworth's like... Francisca, I learned something today. Someone advised me to keep my internal monologue where it belongs, inside my mind. I would suggest you do the same.
You think you can give me advice? You think you can give me advice?
I suppose I don't.
That's what I thought. Fine. They struggled, and Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Hold it!
About this statement.
Mr. Rell used all of his remaining strength to take the knife and defend himself. One can easily see that they had a violent struggle. Of course, it's nothing compared to what my riding crop can do.
How does one compare the damage her crop can do with the state of this room?
Furthermore, all the plastic bags on the floor in this room were scattered there due to the fight. Is there anything else that I can explain for you?
No, that will be fine.
Those are the facts of this case.
Hold it!
Claiming speculation is fact already? Don't you feel that the evidence is a bit lacking?
You'll find all the evidence you need just by looking around this room. Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of...
It's hard to remember. It's like I'm doing Francisca, but also younger Francisca.
Mr. Faraday collapsed on top of Mr. Rell. In addition, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, making a counterattack impossible. Furthermore, the room is a total mess from their fight. I dare say that there's more evidence here than you could vip at.
It looks like she's becoming more and more confident. And looking at this place, she might have a right to be. After all, everything here seems to support her theory.
It looks like you're starting to see my point. I've as good as won our little competition.
There's something strange about Francisca's theory. I should compare her claim with the data I've gathered thus far. I just know there's a contradiction somewhere. Details. No. Let's see. Faraday died of a knife stab to the chest. The shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Rell died of a bullet wound to the chest. There is no gunpowder burn on his clothes, suggesting he was shot from a few yards away. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot.
Dun, dun, dun.
He's the last of his strength to... It's the rule of thumb. Mr. Rell used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday. Shot from a few yards away. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot. Something about the guns and the weapons. Okay. Okay. The bullet that killed Rell was fired from a few yards away. Struggled from this. It's obvious that Mr. Faraday died after he shot Mr. Rell. The bullet that killed Rell was fired from a few yards away. Gross. Detective, can you look at this for me? Do I have to? Fine, I'll do it. Ugh. This blood here is from Mr. Faraday. There are no other clues to be found. Which begs the question. Do I need to put this bag inside another bag in order to preserve it as evidence? That is a good question. Detective Gumshoe, bag this bag as evidence, please. Okay, but only just because you said please. Here we go.
They struggled, and Mr. Well used the last of his strength to counterattack Mr. Faraday.
Nope. Just Gumshoe didn't hear a struggle.
Objection!
If the two men were fighting, their struggle would have surely caused quite a bit of noise. However, Detective Gumshoe testified that he heard absolutely nothing.
You place too much faith in that detective's testimony, you know. But for the sake of argument, let's say there wasn't a fight. How then did Mr. Well get his hands on the knife?
Mr. Faraday's bag was sitting right here in lobby number 2. It is not hard to imagine that perhaps Mr. Rell saw a chance and took it out at some point.
So, what you're saying is this. Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed?
Isn't there something strange in Francisca's statement just now? No, I didn't mean to. I hit. It all made sense too fast. It does all add up.
So then, there's no problem, right?
No.
Miles Edgeworth,
Yes.
taking random shots in the dark is unbecoming of a disciple of Von Karma. No! Now, take a step back and think for a change.
Francisca's explanation of things is really perfect. I'm going to carefully review what she said once again in my head.
Mr. Rell took a chance when he saw the opportunity and took the knife from the bag. And then Mr. Faraday shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed?
As I suspected, there was definitely something wrong with her theory.
If you have nothing to say, that
Wait. As I suspected, something doesn't add up.
Oh, so you have changed your mind?
What, you settle on one concrete theory for a case, and that's all you can imagine? First, we must rule out the incorrect conclusions, Francisca. Francisca's just like, I know! I was gonna say that! Wait, as I suspected, something doesn't add up.
Oh?
It's simply not possible for Mr. Faraday to have shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed. It's simply not possible to have shot Mr. Rell after being stabbed. This is...
Take that!
According to the coroner's report, Mr. Faraday died instantaneously, meaning that he died immediately upon being stabbed by the knife. Ergo, he could not possibly have fired the gun after that.
Oh, you got me.
But of course.
Well then, if the report is correct, then there is only one correct explanation. If we suppose that Mr. Rell attacked first, then Mr. Faraday, who died instantaneously, would have been unable to kill Mr. Rell.
Your English has improved quite a bit, Francisca.
As if it's any worse than yours. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have stabbed Mr. Faraday after he was shot, since they both died. That is the only explanation that makes logical sense.
Negating your opponent's ideas in order to prove your own theory. I see you've been studying, Francisca.
I just wanted to explain it to you as simply as possible, before you foolishly propose a foolish theories that only a foolish fool like you could.
How naive of you to believe that only your opinions are valid. Yeah, you pot me kettle. And still expect to discover the truth that the crime scene offers you. Francisca, you've still got a ways to go.
What are you talking about? Are you saying there's a flaw in my logic?
Mr. Faraday, oops. Well, that's one way of saying it. Mr. Faraday died instantly. And the fact that he did is what gives rise to the contradiction in this scene. The contradiction here in this crime scene is... There is something to... I've said this before, reading something out loud and not processing it. Okay, so... I'm pretty sure it's not this. It's the order the bodies fell, right? Let me get this straight. What you are arguing is this. Mr. Faraday took the gun from his evidence bag and shot Mr. Rell. Then, the wounded Mr. Rell found an opportunity to take the knife and strike back. Upon being stabbed, Mr. Faraday died on the spot, and Mr. Rell died thereafter. If that's the case, then how do you explain this? Take a good look at the order in which their bodies are piled.
No!
Mr. Faraday's body is lying on top of Mr. Rell's. Therefore, Mr. Rell must have died before Mr. Faraday.
Impossible!
Yes, I agree that it seems strange no matter what angle you approach it from. Which means that the real mystery behind this crime scene that we must...
No! Not so fast, Miles Edgeworth!
What now?
I simply think that you ought to think a little bit more outside the box. And that it's even clearer now that the incident started with Mr. Faraday's murderous intent.
She sure bounced back quickly. An explanation won't be enough this time. It's going to take some very decisive evidence to prove her wrong. What happened? Part 2.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's. The two bodies fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
It kinda does. I just know that Francisca's explanation isn't absolutely correct. All I have to do is find a hole in her logic. Once I do, I can then present her with the evidence that proves the contradiction. Rebuttal. What happened? Part 2.
It was just chance that Mr. Faraday's body fell on top of Mr. Rell's.
Hold it! Objection!
About the...
Pressing someone's testimony in order to gain some time to think. You're a real one-trick pony, aren't you? It's too bad your trick only works on fools.
That wasn't my intent. I simply wish for more details as to how Mr. Faraday ended up on top of Mr. Rell.
Someone's impatient. I was just about to explain everything to you. So do you think you can hold on for a minute?
Ah! Francisca, I'll make you a deal. I'll hold on if you hold on to that whip of yours.
Oh, I'll hold on to it all right. As I whip you.
Ah!
Well, now that you've quieted down a bit, I'd like to continue, if you don't mind. The two bodies fell into a pile.
Hold it!
The two fell on top of each other? Don't you find that to be just a bit strange?
Not at all.
Ugh! I can see it in her eyes. She's dead set against me from the bottom of her heart.
Miles Edgeworth, once I'm done here, you'll see that there's nothing strange at all. Now then, the two men fell into a pile, which indicates that they attacked each other at the same time.
Hold it!
What do you mean by they attacked each other at the same time?
I assume Mr. Faraday had the two different weapons in his hands. He made to attack Mr. Rel for holding both the knife and revolver, and then, after Mr. Faraday fired the gun, Mr. Rel grabbed the knife as he was falling and stabbed Mr. Faraday. That is how Mr. Rel wound up on the bottom with Mr. Faraday on top. At close range, that is more than possible.
Yes, it's possible, but...
Well, if you have any other ideas, then show me what you've got!
Oh, I will. How old is Prince? I think she's 13 here. Yeah, she's 13. Oh, I will. And to that extent, I'd like for you to append what you just said to your testimony.
I don't see any point to that, but as you please. That fact indicates that they attacked each other at the same time from close range.
They did not, but I'm still gonna cross it. You're saying that they attacked each other at the same time from close range?
Exactly. Mr. Faraday pointed the gun at Mr. Rel's chest and pulled the trigger. Mr. Rel then took the knife from Mr. Faraday and stabbed him before he fell unconscious. The dead Mr. Faraday instantly fell on top of Mr. Rel from the stabbing, pinning Mr. Rel under him, where he died shortly thereafter. And that's how they ended up on top of each other with no contradictions to be seen. It really doesn't matter in the slightest that they fell in the opposite order.
Hold it!
Do you really believe that they fell in the exact opposite order in which they attacked?
Miles Edgeworth, you're not listening to a word that I'm saying! Ah! They both attacked each other at the same time, and Mr. Rel fell first by chance, leaving Mr. Faraday to just happen to fall on top of him. Then, Mr. Rel died shortly thereafter, pinned underneath Mr. Faraday. That's how it happened.
Pardon me, Francisca, my throat is parched.
From talking all that nonsense, I understand.
He's like, I'm gonna go hit up that water fountain and see what's so good. Edgeworth comes back, he's like, Francisca, you really should try. You really should try. Perhaps are you thirsty? Perhaps you should invest in a sip from the water fountain. And she's just like...
Von Karma does not lower themselves to drinking tap water.
And then Edgeworth's like, oh shit. Oh dear, that's right. Aren't you supposed to boil your tap water in the United States? So you don't get rickets? So, the two men attacked each other, with Mr. Rel randomly falling down first? The fact that the order that they attacked each other in varies from the order that they fell in doesn't cause a problem for me. However, there's definitely one certain aspect that I'm having trouble swallowing. Let's see. Let's see. There's no gunpowder burned on his clothes, suggesting he was shot from a few yards away.
Objection!
So you believe they killed each other at close range? Sorry, but that's impossible. Just as it is written in the crime scene notes... Just a moment. I'm looking for the right page. Hurry it up! I can't if you whip it out of my hands! Ouch. Your aim is improved. Holding it with his other hand, just as it is written in the crime scene notes, the firing of the handgun did not leave a gunpowder burn on Mr. Rel's clothes. Therefore, Mr. Rel and the gun must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ugh! At least you got to hear the stinger this time, I didn't, but you did. And I won't forget. Listen to this. I won't forget to turn it down this time. Yes, okay. Not watching the stream to watch you headbang. See, I told you I'd remember to lower it. Must have been separated by a distance of at least 2 or 3 yards. Ah! Yes, this is by far the biggest contradiction. The 2 bodies are piled up on each other, yet the gun was fired from a distance. And with there being no chance that Mr. Rell moved that far after being shot, that leaves only one possible explanation.
But the completely foolish line of foolish thought from a thoroughly foolish fool! If I'm not right, then who was it who made the first move with the intent to kill, huh? Who?
The person that attacked first with murderous intent? That would be... I don't think it was either one of them. If I remember right, I don't think it was either one of them. Here in this room, contradictions appear no matter which man we claim attacked first. Thus, there can only be one explanation. There was a third person here. It was that third person who killed both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell, and set their bodies up to make it look like a double murder. That third person is the real culprit.
Well said first. There's just one thing you're missing.
Evidence, correct?
Exactly. Everything you've said up until now is nothing but a story played out in your head. However, this is where the real test begins. Can you prove that there was a third person involved in this crime?
Of course. If a third person was truly here, that fact would resolve the glaring contradiction. The proof that this has all been a setup, made to look like they killed each other. I'll present it, and lay bare the final piece of the puzzle that's not yet in place. What is the piece of evidence that proves that there was a third person involved? It's either this or this, I think. Or this. Third person involved. Okay, so what did he fucking do? Rell died of a bullet wound to the chest. So he was not shot. Rell died of a bullet wound to the chest. And he died of a stab wound. That's the only thing. I want to get this right from the get-go. I haven't gotten anything wrong yet. That's a first timer. I think, apart from the tutorial case. No, that doesn't prove anything. The bullet that killed Rell was fired from a few yards away. Not me being just about 2 years away from Mac Rell's age. I'm technically 29 still. Until the end of December. Discovered immediately after a gunshot was heard. The shock from the stabbing caused instantaneous death. Shot for a few yards away. It's possible he was alive for a little while after being shot. I think it's the evidence bag, right? Because that not. I think really the only reason you would throw this around would just be to cast doubt and confusion, wouldn't you? Let me think this through. Because, like, we haven't presented the plastic bag the whole time, right? Oh, this piece that doesn't finally fit. It proves that there's a third person involved. There's something fancy about this pen, if I remember right. Here goes my controller. Wait! At least it didn't land on autoplay. It seems Mr. Faraday was in the habit of using very nice fountain pens. Oh, that's the total opposite of me. I don't get these things at all. Yeah, they're hard to write with. Well, I think the pencil behind your ear suits you just fine. Really? You think so, pal? Man, I knew it was worth something. That wasn't exactly a compliment, Detective. What? What do you mean? It's not hard to write with a fountain pen, Detective. What? I can't get the ink to go. That or I bend the nib. You need to write with it at a certain angle. And not press with all of the force of a fourth grader. Mr. Edgeworth. What? You don't treat everybody like that, do you? I don't know what you're talking about, but this looks like a quality nib, if I've ever seen one. Hey, let me test it out, pal. Ooh, this is really... Ah! I get ink all over my hand! Detective Gumshoe, don't ever play with the evidence like that again! Aww. It won't let me examine this, but there's a trick to it. It's either this or the plastic bag. Because this is making it... This highly suggests that... It suggests that Byrne came to kill Mr. Fishy Fish. Do I call him Mackerel? Do I call him Mr. Rel? Do I give him... Let's call him Kahuna. It looks like that he was made out to have, like, Byrne lost his shit and killed him. I think this is it.
Take that!
Fuck. This is that very evidence.
And exactly how is this related? Do you think you could explain it to me?
There is no need for an explanation. Well, I have no idea how it's related, so could you please explain it to me? Yes, well,
Let me guess. You can't explain it, can you?
It would appear that I was wrong, but there is definitely a contradiction here, and it should resolve itself if there truly was a third person here. I just need to go over the evidence and my thoughts once again. I think it's this.
Take that!
There. The gun in Mr. Faraday's hand and the plastic bag with his blood on it. These two items point to the presence of a third person. Then why? I presented the fucking plastic bag. Sometimes sometimes there are like 2 or 3 pieces of evidence that you can present as the right one. Fine, I'll take the L though. I'll take that.
How so?
Recall Detective Gumshoe's testimony. Oh, I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. If there wasn't a struggle in this room, then there shouldn't be any plastic bags on the ground. Meaning that someone else must have deliberately scattered them around. Yeah, I've been saying that the whole time. Do you not see the possibility in this? Disregarding the gun for the moment, there's a high probability of blood splatter when a knife is used on a person. If the culprit held the knife with a plastic bag around it, they could use the bag to catch any blood splatter from when they withdrew the knife. Then, by spreading a few more plastic bags around and mixing the bloody one in with them, and arranging the room to make it look like there was a struggle between the two, They were able to conceal their presence.
Ah!
Looks like we still got a long way to go in this investigation. Yes.
Objection!
What the heck's up with you, pal?
Mr. Bad, I advise you to place Detective Gumshoe under arrest.
What? What are you talking about? Yeah, what's the meaning of this?
Looks like you're not man enough to discipline your own subordinates.
Don't. That is like. Don't you dare. You know when the lollipop comes out? Your time is limited. Don't you dare.
That detective claims he was there, standing in front of the door the entire time. But I have it on good authority that it was all a giant lie.
Huh? Miss Yu, I ask that you please explain that last statement.
I'll let His Honor explain it himself.
I saw it with my own eyes, I tell you. During the recess, there was a period of time when there was no one in the hallway. What?
See, Mr. Bad? So I ask you, why would a detective who is supposedly doing his job the whole time want to fabricate such a lie?
Gumshoe, did you kill Faraday? No! No, of course not, sir!
It would appear that the one who sets this whole crime scene up is that detective, which basically renders his testimony a complete lie and wholly invalid. It looks like your perfect logic has just come tumbling down, Miles.
I was in the hallway the whole time, but I didn't hear a single peep of a struggle. Was that statement really a lie? Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of... That was Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, you're now a suspect in the murder of 2 men. Now spit out the truth or so help me God. I haven't lied to anyone, sir, honest! I really was there. I was in the hallway the whole time. Detective Bad, I ask that you please do not ask. I ask that you please do not ask. I ask that you please do not act without my permission or make fun of my stutter. After all, I am the one that is heading up this investigation, am I not? Don't talk like you know what's going on, boy. All I want is for this investigation to run perfectly.
Perfection is the only wish of a disciple of Von Karma, after all.
Therefore, before you take Detective Gumshoe into custody, I'd like to set the record straight on something. And what's that? What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? What was going on in the hallway? That's this thing is either going to be when I listen back to this. I don't know why I didn't test it. When I listen back to this, it's either going to be somewhat immersive or fucking annoying. And if it's the latter, I'm very sorry. If it's the latter, it won't show up in the next one, in the next stream. Tell me about the hallway. Detective Gumshoe. I take it that no one else was in that hallway at any time, correct? Huh? Of course not, pal. You're being awfully defensive. Might you be hiding something from me? Watch your mouth, pal! You can't go around saying stuff like that about me without any evidence. I suppose you're right. I have no evidence at this point.
Miles Edgeworth! How can you be losing a battle of wits with this detective? You're a disgrace!
Maybe I should ask about something else. What should I ask Detective Gumshoe about? Detective Gumshoe? He's like rubbing a newly formed welt on the back of his hand. Why were you missing from the hallway for a span of time? You gonna be okay, pal? Yes, I'm used to it. Really?
Really?
Look, pal, like I said, I was there the whole time, okay? But there is testimony again.
Miles Edgeworth! Why are you wasting our time with a completely useless question? The only logical reason as to why he was absent is that he was busy committing the crime. Anyone who says otherwise is a fool!
Maybe I should ask about something else. After process of elimination, I suppose the one thing I'd like clarified is Detective Gumshoe's motive for committing this crime. Huh. Motive, huh? Gumshoe. You got a grudge against Faraday or anything? No, sir, not me! Not a single bad thing against Mr. Faraday, sir! I know how close you two were. Is that a fact?
Objection!
You really have a problem with lying, don't you, Detective Gumshoe?
I'm telling you, I am not lying!
The more unnatural you act, the more suspicious you become, you know. If you want a motive, Edgeworth, I have one for you right here.
Well, could you please share it with us? However, be forewarned that I won't hesitate to object to flights of fancy, because all I'm interested in is the perfect explanation.
You're serious, aren't you? Fine. You amuse me, so I'll humor you with a little courtroom practice.
Gumshoe's motive.
It was about a week ago.
I love her animations.
I saw the detective get shooed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!" A brand new detective suddenly getting his salary cut. That's reason enough for a grudge. Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
You totally misunderstand me, pal! No matter how mad I get, I could never hold a grudge! Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Bad's like it could be anybody. I don't fucking care who it is. I'm gonna get the guy. Quiet. We can't trust anything you say. Sir. There's nothing wrong with the motive she proposed per se, but there are some gaps in her logic that need to be filled in. Misused perfect explanation. May not be so perfect at all. Gumshoe's motive, rebuttal.
It was about a week ago.
Hold it!
A week ago? Then you and Detective Gumshoe are acquaintances?
No way. I only met him in person today.
Then how did you know about Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, I've seen him around before. I saw the detective get shooed out by a livid Faraday in front of the precinct.
Hold it!
Mr. Faraday was upset?
Yeah. You know what else? Mr. Faraday isn't exactly known to get angry often. But there he was, totally beet red in the face. And the offending detective just stood there, pale as a ghost, like he was about to die. Just like the face he's making now, right?
I'm completely innocent, I tell you. The poor man.
scene with the detective. He stood there super pale as Mr. Faraday yelled, "That's a salary cut for you, you nitwit!"
Hold it!
You just stood there, watching this unfold in front of you?
Yeah, I have to say it was really enjoyable too. But that's why when I saw Detective Gumshoe earlier, I knew to steer clear of him.
No way! I thought it was because I had something stuck on my face!
But you do!
Huh? What have I got stuck on my face?
Let's start with your eyes, nose, mouth. Oh, and those ridiculous eyebrows.
Huh?
Oh man! Messing with your head is just too much fun.
Miss Yu, if you don't mind, I'd like to return to your testimony now. Yeah, and make sure you don't laugh so hard it blows out the mic. We've been working on this thing for ages.
Sure, why not? Can't even get the microphone set up. That's like the #1 thing. A brand new detective getting his salary cut? That's reason enough for a grouch.
To cut a new detective salary. Excuse me. Yeah, hey, let Mr. Edgeworth finish, pal. Callisto's icy glare was just like, I'm trying to let him finish. You keep interrupting him, and Bad's just like, stay on topic. He doesn't want to sit here and listen to arguments too. To cut a new detective's salary right off the bat like that.
I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that a common practice? And it's pronounced salary, not celery.
I said salary.
Well, you need to enunciate your words better if you're going to be standing up in a courtroom.
I can't disagree with you there.
I'm not really familiar with the way you guys relate, but is that a common practice?
Speaking of cutting my salary, didn't you threaten to do that to me earlier too? I suppose I did.
It's only natural to cut a verseless detective's salary down to the actual verse. My father can even fire anyone. New or old, with a snap of his fingers. Do you think maybe that's reason enough for detectives to hate you people?
Well, I guess. Hey, really? Shouldn't cut people's pay. Agreed. Detective Bad. Don't tell me, Mr. Von Karma cut your salary? Or he cut your salary too? Earlier?
Well, how's that for the perfect explanation?
Hold it!
You call your explanation perfect?
What, is it not to your liking?
Unfortunately for you, it's just not up to my standards.
Oh. Is there something you want me to clarify in that case?
What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yes. Alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. Actually, allow me. Oh, God! I feel a little bit less embarrassed about getting it wrong when they miss a fucking word. Allow me, ask the detective directly. Come on! How many of these have been in one stream? I'm gonna need a counter. I'm gonna have to, like, come up with a counter at the top. Jesus. This is a finished product, or so we were told. Again, if there's one Ace Attorney series to nitpick the grammar in, it'd be Investigations. And again, if we can't get the basic text that says stuff right, what can we get right? What are we even doing? Why are we bothering? Oh my god. Okay, relax. Actually, Allow me to ask the detective directly. What was your relation to Mr. Faraday? Mr. Faraday was in charge of training rookie detectives to testify in trials. I met him on the very first day I entered the Criminal Affairs Department, pal. Oh? I had no idea Mr. Faraday was so involved. Me either. Faraday. He may look like an easygoing guy, but he's actually a bit of a nut for strict discipline and manners. That's new to me. Guys like Gumshoe tended to rub him the wrong way.
There. Now you know how the detective and Mr. Faraday were related. Happy now?
No, wait!
You said you only had one thing to ask, right?
Please allow me to ask about one more thing.
Only if you can get through it without stuttering. Oh, you're such a riot, Edgeworth. Poor baby. Can't even finish a full sentence. Tell you what, I'll let you have another go. How's that?
Edgeworth's like had the... You know Von Karma's like railed on him for the stuttering thing his whole life, so that kind of shuts him down.
Poor baby. Tell you what, I'll let you have another go. How's that?
Oh, alright, if you could clear this one thing up for me. I understand Detective Gumshoe's potential motive for killing Mr. Faraday. However, what about his motive for killing Mr. Rowe?
His motive for killing Rel?
Like I would know. If there was no clear motive for both of the murders, then I doubt this incident would have occurred. Wouldn't you agree? Is there anyone else who might have had a grudge against either of the two men? He's asking the room. Or should we look into that ourselves?
Oh, in that case, I have absolutely no idea.
What? But that's impossible. She must know something.
Wait. God, can you please not glare at me like that? It makes me laugh.
I didn't even do anything and you're already laughing away.
Well, anyway, the way I see it, as long as he had a motive to kill one of the two, this crime would have played out the way it did anyway.
Oh? Would you care to explain your logic? He's done that how many times? Like at least 6 or 7 times by now. And this time, please try to provide a truly perfect explanation.
Perfect this, perfect that. You can't even get the sentence out. Stop being so uptight, or is that a requisite trait for being a Von Karma? Miles Edgevest! It demands that you shut this phone woman up!
I wish you'd both be quiet for just 1 second.
Oh well. I guess I'll just have to explain it to you kids.
Argument. Motive to kill the men.
There's no one out there with the motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men. Mr. Rel, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity, and set up to look like they'd killed each other.
I wonder if that's really true. Is there no one out there with a grudge against both men? I should take another hard look at the evidence for this morning's case. The second KG-8 incident, as people are calling it, involving an embassy staff member, and the two men who both wound up as suspects in the case. Is there someone else I'm overlooking who's somehow related to them? Perhaps by surname? Game, come on! I keep telling him that it gets harder toward the end. You stop telling me. Please stop telling me. Daggerth and Saiban. The last case of that game is very tough. Like I've said this a million times before, but I was stuck on that very last contradiction for like an hour and a half. Motive to kill the men.
There's no one out there with a motive to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell.
So there's no one else who might have a grudge against both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell?
Isn't that what I just said? But I suppose no one is a bit of a stretch. But I'm pretty sure that no one like that was here in this courthouse today.
She's lying for her teeth. We just saw someone like that here earlier.
Besides, you don't need to prove that the killer had a grudge against both men. All you really have to establish is that someone had a grudge against one of the two men.
Someone with a grudge against one of the men. In that case, aren't there plenty of other people who fit the bill? Yeah, that opens it up a lot.
Sure. After all, who doesn't garner scorn from another simply by being alive? But the
Ooh, that's a...
Sure. After all, who doesn't garner scorn from another simply by being alive? But the only one who held a grudge and acted upon it by killing was Detective Gumshoe. Furthermore, Mr. Rell, who happened to be there, became a witness to Mr. Faraday's murder.
So, you're saying that he was basically silenced?
Aren't you glad you managed to avoid the same fate, Your Honor? Why, if you'd been the one to witness the blood-covered detective...
What? Detective Gumshoe? You would kill even me? What? I could never do something as terrible as that, Your Honor. There's no need for even a second of deliberation. I will... Your Honor, take a look around. We are not in court right now. It would be greatly appreciated if you would stay here with us in reality. Oh, please forgive me. I know not what I do.
NPC behavior. Anusa, missed you. Hurry up and continue with your testimony. With your testimony. If you fail to do so, I will whip you into shape. That's nice.
Sounds kind of like fun, actually. Hey, she's 13. Shut up. Don't even go there. Don't even fucking go there.
Anyway, Detective Gumshoe had to erase the witness, Mr. Rell. Therefore, he was killed out of necessity and set up to look like they'd killed each other.
Hold it!
I didn't do it, pal!
No hard feelings, but I don't think we can take the word of a criminal seriously.
But I can't even begin to think of ways to set up a crime scene.
I suppose you do lack the necessary tactical mind required to do such a thing.
Why do you have to kick a man when he's down, pal?
You shouldn't put yourself down, detective. You're a big boy. I bet you thought it up all by yourself, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I worked real hard at it, too. I think this proves one thing about the detective. He has the mental acuity of a worm. You spend way too much time on Reddit. I have to admit, her explanation makes sense. However, there is also something she overlooked in her testimony. I should present that piece of evidence and see if I can't make her see the truth. Oh, there sure as fuck is. There sure as hell is somebody out there with a motive.
Objection!
Miss Yu, I believe there is someone you overlooked in making your statement. Or rather, is it because you'd rather not bring this person up?
What do you mean?
We are looking for someone with a reason to kill both Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell. I can think of at least one person that fits the bill. He was the suspect in the original KG-8 incident, and a member of the Kodopian Embassy staff, Mr. Manny Cochin. That's right. The very man who came to visit you earlier out in the hallway. the man who killed a member of the Cadopian Embassy staff, Mr. Rell, and the man who was the lead prosecutor of the KG-8 incident, Mr. Faraday. Are you telling me that Mr. Kochin has no reason at all to kill both of these men?
Well, I suppose he might have a reason or two.
You covered for me, pal! Maybe you're not such a bad guy after all. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. I'm an awful person, detective, that's all. That does not need proving. He doesn't say that out loud, he's thinking it. I know it is. I know it is, honey. I know it is, honey. This part's almost over. Don't get ahead of yourself. You're still a suspect. Make no mistake about that. The perfect evidence, the perfect testimony. These are the only things I wish to hold. But I didn't do it! You will stay under my authority and go investigate Manny Kochin for me. And remember, I will not be very forgiving should any... You want to investigate Kochin? You'd just be wasting your time. And why is that? Kochin was up in the viewing gallery, watching the trial. Or so I was told. Every cop in this place has been keeping an eye on the guy since he arrived.
Since the only real suspect we have is still Detective Gumshoe.
I suppose so. No way! Come on, Detective Bad! You've got to believe me, sir! I really was in that hallway the whole time, sir! I never took a single step into this room, sir! Okay, then are you saying there was someone else who passed through the hallway? No! There was no one else, sir! Then why should I believe you didn't do it?
That is one incredibly foolish detective. Standing right in front of a crime scene all by himself? It's as good as a confession of guilt.
I have to admit, it's a bit strange. Most criminals will fabricate some sort of lie to escape their crimes. And if that detective really wanted to prove that he is innocent, you'd think he would have at the very least. You'd think he would at the very least offer up, I spaced out while on duty or the like. Come on, Gumshoe. Time for your interrogation. Oh. Detective Bad. Oh. Come on, big guy. You're coming with me.
Miles Edgeworth, I will go on ahead and report this to Papa.
And that, as they say, is that. Right, everyone?
Well, I suppose we should both be getting back to our real jobs now, huh?
Before we do, Miss Yu, there's something I'd like to speak with you about.
What is it?
Can I look at everything by myself? A pleasant breeze is blowing through this window. If only I could exchange it with the stifling atmosphere of this crime scene. If only. The television has been left on, to preserve the crime scene, of course. And it will stay on until the police are finished with their investigation. Do they think nothing of saving electricity? How bothersome. I don't think you give a shit about I really do not think you give much of a shit about saving electricity. Something tells me. It's Mr. Faraday's bag. The evidence for the trial of the embassy staff's murder is in here. And if things had gone smoothly, they would now be mine. That's like 11th. Including the two weapons in this double murder, the knife and gun, I suppose. Everything is neat and tidy on top of the table, with not a single disturbance in sight. What's funny now?
You can get out of here any time you want, you know? Why do you have to look at everything?
What kind of question is that coming from a defense attorney?
You already looked at everything in here.
Well, there's no harm in double checking.
Alright, you sound incredibly certain of yourself.
Well, no matter. Everything is neat and tidy on top of the table with not a single disturbance in sight. I could go for some tea. It's just another cheap sofa. If I should buy one for my office, I'll be sure to select a much more luxurious one, and you do. These plastic bags look like they fell here by chance at first glance. But all of them, with the exception of the bloody one, are just camouflage. I suppose you could call this a twist on the old, to hide a tree, hide it in the woods.
Hey, wait! Edgeworth? Where are you off to? Aren't you the one who wanted to talk?
Oh, yes. Sorry about that. To have set these two men up and make it look like they killed each other. If there's one thing I cannot forgive, it's the desecration of the dead. If there's one thing you can't forgive, huh? Ah! Well, you scared me. That startled me even though I said it. And read it.
So, what did you want to ask me about?
The current case of the murdered Cadopian Embassy staff member. I've heard that people have begun calling it the second KG-8 incident.
Only among you law enforcement types. And? What about it?
I'd like for you to tell me everything you know about the original KG-8 incident.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I don't know anything beyond what was reported in the papers.
No, I believe you know much more, since you are directly tied to the KG-8 incident.
I'd appreciate it if you stopped with the false accusations. Baseless outbursts are useless both inside and outside the courtroom. Don't you know?
I do. But I also know that I do have a leg to stand on here.
Think you can stop making that ultra-serious face in front of me for maybe 12 seconds?
If you could please stop laughing for just 1 second. I can't... You want me to change my expressions in intervals of 12 seconds? Callisto's like on the floor by now, like...
How did you get so far? It's literal! Oh my god!
I'm not going to make any headway like this. I'm just going to have to show her exactly how related to the KG incident she is. Yeah, let's just be extraordinarily obvious for my dumbass. Miss Yu? I believe that I have proof of your connection to the KG-8 incident, and it's going to make me point to it.
That file is your proof? Very well then. Why don't you tell me exactly how I'm related to the KG-8 incident?
Through the victim. Your connection to the KG-8 incident is through the victim. The victim's name is CCU. You will note that she has the same last name as you. Can you really still tell me with a straight face that you are not related to this case? He's been rhyming a little.
Sorry, but we're not related.
What?
Just kidding. You asked that question with such a serious look in your face that I couldn't help.
Miss Yu, I ask that you please tell me the truth.
All right. I'll tell you everything I know. As you guessed, the one who reported the smuggling activities of the Amano group was my sister, CCU.
As I thought.
And She was killed right before she was to testify at the impending trial by Manny Cochin. But because he was tried, oh, the double jeopardy. Because he was tried once and was acquitted, he gets to live out the rest of his cushy life completely carefree.
All because of a lack of evidence.
No, I heard that the evidence to convict him did exist.
What?
I heard it from Mr. Faraday himself after Mr. Cochin's trial was over. Apparently, a man in black made off with the most important piece of evidence.
Then, the evidence that had been tampered with? The evidence had been tampered with?
Isn't it just like a criminal to do something like that? The smuggling ring being run out of the Amano group by one of its secretaries. They bailed Mr. Cochin out. Turns out, they were in league with each other all along.
How big was that smuggling ring? Was it a large operation?
I don't really know. Which is why I wanted to become the lead defense on this case that people are calling the second KG-8 incident. But I haven't learned anything new at all. I was probably expecting too much. I know.
You mean, you think this case has nothing to do with the smuggling ring?
I don't know what to think.
Why did Mr. Cochin want to meet with you earlier?
Actually, he came to watch the trial. Apparently, he only found out that I was the defense lawyer on this case after he'd arrived. He figured he should say hi. And one other thing. Looks like he couldn't resolve anything this time either. Too bad.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh boy! Stop it with the scary face already! I'm fine. Really. I gave him a good slap across the face.
The way she talks about slapping him, she laughs away, is kind of creepy.
Sorry. Good times. Anyway. But it's just as Mr. Bad said. He's not related to the double murder. I asked around, and people in the gallery claim that he was in his seat the entire time. Talk about cruel fate. Well, this is about all I know. Sorry. Guess I wasn't much help, huh?
That's not true. I'm sorry I made you recall such a painful time in your life. Aw! First, I'm sorry, I think, from Edgeworth in the case. Bratworth, rather.
Edgeworth? You really are too serious for your own good. You really need to learn to relax. We wouldn't want you to die of stress, would we?
Thank you for the advice, but there's no need to worry.
Really? You've got a full head of gray hair at what, 20?
It's genetic. I work in my own way, and I will catch this criminal in my own way as well. You'll see.
All right. You're not gonna do it with a dye job?
I don't need such things.
Look at you with your game face on, ready to go. Hair color in hand.
What?
Oh. At what point does it stop being funny that you don't understand a joke? Probably never.
I'm making no such face, and I can understand jokes.
Did you know? Laughter is the best medicine, Edgeworth.
Edgeworth's just like, I'll just let her say what she's gonna say next.
Maybe if you laughed every once in a while, you wouldn't look 3 times your age. Don't you get tired of making such a serious face all the time? That's how you get frown lines early, you know.
I'm charged with making sure that all of the criminals of this world are found guilty. And rest assured, I have no wrinkles. This time he really doesn't. And none will appear for quite some time.
He'll come for you too.
I was charged with making sure that all of the criminals of this world are found guilty. I have no need for laughter. Yep, I have no need for laughter.
There you go, making that face again. Oh well. I've got to get going. I still have a few loose ends I need to tie up.
I imagine she shoulder checked him on the way out. The KG-8 incident in this murder investigation. It is my belief that these two cases are related to each other somehow. Plus, that detective, Detective Gumshoe. It's obvious he's lying, even though the lie is hurting his chances. Clearly, this case is far from over. But whether or not that detective is the murderer can only be determined once I've completed my perfect investigation. Mr. Von Karma, I swear to uphold your honorable name, or my name isn't Miles Edgeworth. To be continued. Yes, I would. I'll overwrite. Middle onward towards the truth. That was kind of a 3 hours. Well, I do have my bullshit in between. That's gonna call it for tonight. This is my last. Well, this is my last night in the house alone. I took advantage of pretty much every day. I don't know when I'll stream this next, but hopefully pretty soon. This is where the game, as you can see, starts getting more plot heavy. I mean, the game's always... It's been plot heavy. Well, none of these have been filler cases, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Some of them kind of have the air of that, like Case 2 and Case 3, but all of them are connected, and that's what I really love about the Edgeworth spin-off. So, if you tuned into the stream, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. If you're watching the VOD, thank you so much for watching the VOD. And I will see you later sometime. And I have to end the stream, like, on a delay, so it doesn't cut me off early. I still don't know how to time that. Like, the